guys, so today I'm gonna do a little Q&A. In my last YouTube video I asked for a lot of questions. I went through all the questions and I picked a bunch of them. It was quite hard to pick good questions because there were so many. As you can see, I'm in a garden, so you will hear a little bit of background noises. Very sorry for that, but on the other side, little birdies are quite nice. The first question is very easy one. How old are you, and how old were you when you were scouted? So I'm 23. My birthday is 10th of March, so I'm Pisces. And I was scouted when I was 14, but I started working as a model when I was 18. I wanted to finish school and everything, so that's why I started quite late in the business. Where would you like to live in future? So this is such a hard question because I've been moving around everywhere the last couple of years. I grew up in Holland on the countryside. Then when I started modeling, I moved to Paris. Then I came to New York 3-4 years ago, and to be honest, I've barely been in New York as well. I've been like all over the place. It's very hard because my friends and family still live in Holland, and I'm a very like a family person, so I kind of want to live close by them, and I love Holland. But of course in New York the base of my work is, and work and career is something really important for me as well. But New York can be like super busy, so I think I cannot live there forever. I still need to figure out actually. Probably end up in Holland, but I'm flexible. I can live wherever. I'm happy very easily. Next question. What was your dream job as a kid? I loved animals, so I wanted to work in a zoo and take care of the animals. Yeah, seriously. And then my mom was always like, you know, you have to clean up like everything, eh? And I was like, yeah, I don't mind. I love that. So I kind of changed directions. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? How old am I? I am gonna be 33, so I hope to have kids. I really want to have 3 kids, so it's gonna be a lot of work. Yeah, I would like to live in a big house with a dog, with a nice garden because I love nature. I do hope I still have a career because I think that's really important. So like still travel around the world. I think I'm never really a person who's gonna be stuck in one place because there's so many places I still want to visit. So I think I will be still traveling as well. Okay, talking about boys, how old were you when you had your first kiss? I think I was 13 or 14. I still remember it though. It sucked so much, yeah. It's not really what you expect to be like the most romantic, like amazing experience, no. Okay, a lot of questions about my boyfriend Max actually. I think because of my previous video, so yeah, I will answer the most asked question from that is, how did you guys meet? Max and I met about a year ago or a little less in New York City on a rooftop party, and we got introduced by each other on the roof. We were with like a bunch of people, and we just shake hands and say hi, and we catch like each other's eyes, but we didn't really talk. So I was leaving the party and I stepped in the elevator, went down, and then Max was there. So we started talking in the elevator and we arrived downstairs, and I don't know, he was like telling me a story and he was not finished yet. When we came down, he was like, oh, actually, yeah, do you want to grab a drink maybe? So I said just yes, sure. And we went to the hotel lobby and we had a drink, and that's kind of how it started. Okay, a lot of questions asking about my fashion style. Where do I like to shop a lot? First of all, I love a lot of denim brands. I love Redone, I love Frame. I'm really into like French clothing brands actually, like Aero, Mage and Sandro. In the US, I also really like to shop at Reformation and a worldwide store. Actually, Topshop has surprisingly really nice stuff. And I feel, because I'm very tall, like a lot of clothing I just don't even fit, which is quite annoying. But Topshop made this line which is called tall. They also do petite version, but a lot of clothes are made for tall people, so it's perfect for me. So lately I've been uploading a lot of healthy recipes, and another question from Nina is, where do you find healthy recipes? I find them online and on Instagram and on Pinterest. And also, for example, if I'm in a restaurant and I see a really nice dish but it's very unhealthy, I just try to brainstorm and think about how I can make a healthy version of it. So like substituting certain things like carbs or cheese or anything. So it's kind of both. I find them online, Instagram, myself. Do you have any tips on moving abroad and creating a new community / traveling a lot alone without becoming lonely? So I think when you're young, traveling alone is an amazing experience. Getting in touch with new communities is very nice, like to experience different kind of cultures. Like, you know, I think obviously school is very important, but I think by traveling alone, you in like a couple of months you learn more than you do in years on school. You learn how to communicate with other people, you experience different culture, and that's something you don't learn from the books. So if you have the chance, do it. Instagram or YouTube. At the moment, YouTube for sure. What's something you like to do old-fashioned way? I like to take pictures old-fashioned way, actually. I love these like old school like film cameras or those disposable cameras. Great to take on a holiday with you, or if you have like a party, or if you go out with your friends. I think it's really fun if you can't see the result yet, and then for example from a trip or a holiday, if you come back, you see all these like pictures you totally forgot about. Like, that's something I like to do old-fashioned way. Well, the question from Emily, what's your favorite cheat day food? As you guys know, I love chocolate, but I eat that every day, so that's not really like a cheat day thing. I would say maybe like a big chocolate brownie. Does being a model boost your confidence, or does it make you feel more insecure? I think you guys would expect that if you would be a model, that you feel so confident, that you will feel so secure.
And sometimes what I like to do is to write down a couple of notes just to remind myself that not everything will go my way always. What you think of yourself is much more important than what other people think of you. Stepping out of my own comfort zone. Stepping out of this comfort zone can be terrifying because you will fall, but the most important thing is to get back up stronger. You will definitely make mistakes, but this is your way of growing and moving towards accomplishing your goals. There will always be criticism and haters, but don't forget to stay true to yourself. Do the things what makes you happy. Do the things what are true to you.
What's your to-go Starbucks order? Everyone knows I just like black Americano. I like just black coffee, how it is. Easy. Well, what's your favorite childhood memory? I think my favorite childhood memory, and it's actually really nice because I'm kind of like outside in a garden right now, and this place really reminds me of home as well. So when I was a kid, I was a lot outside. I was kind of like a tomboy as well. My favorite one, and I used to do this with my best friend all the time, and with my brother and like his friend, we would make campfires. So we would make these teepees, huts with blankets, and we would pretend we would live there, and we have like fire, and we would get leaves from the trees, and we would make our own tea. And yeah, I think that's one of my best childhood memories. Question, when will I come back to Philippines again? So I was there for New Year's last year, and it was really nice. We didn't go to Boracay, and I heard that is closed down right now, but when it will open up, I will for sure come back. Yeah. Another question from Gabi. Do you have some tips to have such a good English and pronunciation? Well, apparently I don't. To be honest, I found it at the beginning very hard when I was making videos to speak English all the time, and also when I moved to New York. I kind of felt I was like struggling with it. There's a plant in my armpit. On school, I was very bad in English actually. I found it very hard to learn, and my grades in English were very low, surprisingly. But I think just practicing, that helped me the most, just doing it. I noticed already from my first videos and right now that my English is much more fluent, and just by doing it, you will notice people will appreciate a lot when you try to speak their language, even if you say it wrong. So good tip, just do it. Okay, I really love this question from Mary. What's the dumbest thing you've done that actually turned out pretty well? Okay, so I was kind of like an adventurous person, and my best friend and I and our families were on a holiday in Italy. I think we were like 15 or 14 even. So our parents went for a hike, and you know, at 14, 15 you don't want to go for a hike with your parents. So we were at the camping, and what the girls love to do, they love shopping. So we were in the north of Italy, and we just grabbed a map and we looked where we were, and we picked a city nearby. And I think we figured out there was a Zara over there, and that's where we really wanted to go. What we did, we wrote down the name of the city on a piece of paper, and oh, if I think about it, this is so dumb. Two blonde girls, like alone. We were standing next to the street and we hold the paper, and we were just waiting until we could get a ride to that city. So I think after like 20 minutes, like an old couple stopped and we got in the car, and we were like, yeah, they didn't speak English very well, but they understood that we want to go to that city. We drove about like 1.5 hours, and we made it. We made it to the city, and we went shopping and everything. The plan was to take a train back to the place where we were camping, but we couldn't find a train, so we had to call our parents, and they had to pick us up. They were not happy at all, but like their main message after all, they were pretending they were very mad on us, and then their main message was like, okay, if you guys do this ever again, also make sure you find your way back, right? We have to drive to pick you guys up. So yeah, if I think about it, that was a very dumb action. But okay guys, so this was my little Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and also if you have any other questions, please comment below. I'm gonna try to answer all of them. And if you like this little video, please thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video.